This tutorial is for someone who already know how to move objects around in Blender. The most important part of this tutorial is the workflow. We will start with a simple rock, no sophisticated details and no references. We are learning the basic masterclass workflow. Softwares that we are going to need for this tutorial is Blender, which is available for free, ZBrush, which is a commercial software used by professionals, but you can use a trial for this tutorial, and Xnormal, which is a baking open source software. You can also join my Patreon page. Support me to make more of these masterclass tutorials and get more updates and some extra downloads from it. The description of the Patreon page is below this video description. We can start. Close your eyes, clear your mind, relax all your muscles for 20 seconds and breathe deeply. Start by merging the primitive cube that comes with Blender into a single vertex. From there, you can start intruding using the E shortcut. Now it's time to sculpt this mesh. Yeah, sometimes I even go to edit. After you have done drawing your rock, merge the first vertices with the last one by pressing M key. And go to Advanced Settings, switch on Use Original Normals, and sculpt only in front faces. Before you can start sculpting, go to Mesh and go to Normals and recalculate. You can see our rock is too flat. We need to think a strategy to make it more rocky. Select Dynamic Topology to sculpt comfortably without subdividing the mesh. And you don't have to use a knife tool. You can use an easier technique for you. Or you can leave the rock as it is, because we don't have to make the same rock that I'm making. If you have faster and easier ways to model this rock, you can use them. But keep in mind, this is a workflow tutorial. Now it's time to tackle the endpoints that I talked about earlier to avoid errors. So we have to triangulate our mesh. And don't forget to select all of them before triangulating them. Here comes the fun part of this tutorial: sculpting using a scrape brush. A scrape brush is useful, especially when you're going to sculpt sharp rocks. Makes the hardness to sculpt faster and easier, and makes the strength. And go to Advanced Settings, switch on Use Original Normals, and sculpt only in front faces. Before you can start sculpting, go to Mesh and go to Normals and recalculate outside to avoid errors, as we selected sculpt front faces only. Select Dynamic Topology to sculpt comfortably without subdividing the mesh. Detail size, just select 6. It is enough for what we're doing. Don't get overexcited. Then go ahead and sculpt your rock. As you can see, as I'm sculpting using the scrape brush, there are some circular shapes that are caused by the brushes because it's on default. In future videos, I will show you how to fix that. But right now, let us focus on the workflow, because this tutorial is about the workflow. You can also press Shift to smooth the mesh to get more dimensions, and sculpt again to make it sharper. To make this sculpting easier and easier, just target the corners There is a red dot that senses. Just put that red dot on the corner and then click and sculpt. You can also go to edit mode in early stages to delete excess mesh to avoid width errors. Don't forget to switch back on dynamic topology after exiting edit mode. It is that part of the video that you have to sculpt and sculpt and sculpt. So if you have music, you can play your own music. But I don't have any license on this video to play someone else's music. So you can play anything, but don't play it something that is loud that's going to interfere with your focus. Congratulations guys, you have completed workflow part 1 video tutorial. In the next video, I will show you how to refine the rock and create a low poly version of it and high version of it. Don't forget to subscribe and share these videos. Let's mess with the YouTube algorithm. Guys, don't forget to join the Patreon page because it's what keeps the lights on. Take care of your families and yourselves. I will see you in the next video.